Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's blog, and it is transfer market. The news kept coming in, and I said I must deliver to you as always. It is great to always come to you wherever you are in Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, wherever. Look, even though the transfer market has opened, I want to remind you also if you are on the Africa continent or you are an African or a football lover around the globe, AFCON is also about to kickstart. Yes, I'm trying to make time for AFCON to report on AFCON, but it's just difficult at this moment because, look, the transfer market is said that if you miss out on the news, it's difficult to get back to it. So I'm trying to keep up with the timing of the news, to you wherever you are. But I'll be trying. Maybe from next week, definitely I'll start on the AFCON issues. Right now, most of the players are gone to AFCON. Most of the African players in Europe, they are gone to their national teams. In Chelsea, we have Nicholas Jackson. He is already gone. He is with the Senegal national team right now as we speak. Well, in my previous episode, I spoke on Conor Gallargher and the current situation regarding his contract. Now, the latest news is that Conor Gallargher is expected to turn down any move away from Chelsea this month. Yes, the player himself is determined to turn down any move whatsoever, wherever the move might be coming from. He is willing and ready to turn down any move. He is not willing to go anywhere. He wants to remain with Chelsea, dear friend. That is a great news for Chelsea. It is a great news for us. It is a great news for Chelsea. Trust me. And one of the reasons is that he knew the coach has backed him up. The coach is interested in him. Mauricio Pochettino really liked him. He spoke to the directors regarding Conor Gallargher several times in any of their meetings. According to sources, any opportunity that Mauricio Pochettino had, he always speaks to the owners, the directors regarding Conor Gallargher. The situation right now is said that Pochettino really wants Gallargher to stay. He wants to build a team around Gallargher in that midfield. And so he tried as much as he can to convince the directors to do what? To extend the contract for Conor Gallargher. In every conversation, according to sources, Pochettino has with the directors, he mentions Conor Gallargher as important for his team. And this season especially, according to Fabrizio Romano. Listen, Conor has a leverage in this issue. Conor is a pure Chelsea. His parents are pure Chelsea. And his family is pure Chelsea. Conor Gallagher's problem is not about salary negotiation. Conor Gallagher's problem or issue is about the number of years. That 8-year contract that they are putting on the table for some of the players, that is what brought all this long issue. If they were to slash that 8 years now to 4 years, Gallargher will sign that deal one time. It is just about the length of the contract that Gallargher doesn't want. Of course, he's been at Chelsea from which age? Through the academy. Now you want to tie him down for another 8 years. 8 years, that means once he's signed, if you are paying him £150,000 a week, that means that for the next 8 years, that is what he'll be receiving. And we all know, economies are changing these days quite quickly. The player is not ready, he doesn't want to sign that 8 years deal. That is just the problem. It's not about the amount of salary. If you are giving him £150,000 a week, let it be that you are giving him 3 years, 4 years contract. Don't tie him down for the rest of his life. He might choose to renew it after the 4 years. Yes, the player is willing to be a legend in Chelsea. He has the badge, the Chelsea in his blood. Well, he has a leverage because his contract is not yet expired. He's, winding down his last 18 months. That last 18 months is rather in his favor. The coach is also backing him. That is also in his favor. Now the club want to sell because if they don't sell him now, he might end up living for free. He might end up living for free. So they want to sell now if he's not signing the contract. But why would Paul Winstanley and Co. Why can't they negotiate a better deal with Conor at this stage? A player that the coach is telling guys, look, this guy is important to this project. Why can't they just negotiate a better deal with Connor? It is very disappointing. It is very disheartening. The number of years, if that is the issue, slash it down. Give him the 4 years he wants. You can even add additional 1 year as a clause or 2 years as a clause that can be activated. But don't tie him down for 8 years on the kind of wages that people want to offer him. Even he's not talking about the money. Connor is not talking about the money. He's talking about the length of the contract. Dear friend, I just want to hope that, like the player himself said, he is not going to be talking to any other club. He wants to remain in Chelsea. They can bring the offer, but he's not willing to move to any other club. He's not willing. The player is not willing. And that is how it is. That is how it is. It is what it is. Now, quickly, one issue that came into the news earlier today regarding Wayne Rooney. We heard Wayne Rooney was sacked. This season, he's sacked from Birmingham City. Wayne Rooney was sacked from Birmingham City in the championship. Yes, 15 games played. And he won only 3 out of 15 games as a coach of Birmingham City. Birmingham City was on the 6th position before he took over. Now they are 20th on the table. They are now 20th on the table. You took the team from 6th position to 20th. 15 games played so far. You were able to win only 3 out of the 15, meaning you lost the rest or you played draw in most of the games. And the club now is at the 20th position. You were sacked. This is the statement he released himself on his Twitter account. He said, I would like to thank Tom Wagner, Tom Brady, and Gary Cook for the opportunity to manage Birmingham City FC and the support they all gave me during my short period with the club. He continued, he said, football is a result business, and I recognize they have not been at the level I wanted them to be. However, time is the most precious commodity a manager requires, and I do not believe 13 weeks was sufficient to oversee the changes that we needed or that were needed. He said, however, he doesn't believe that 13 weeks is not enough for a manager to effect any change. 13 weeks, you play 15 games in 13 weeks. You won only 3 out of it. And you are demanding for time. You say so you wanted to take the club now from championship to the lower division. Well, he continued. He said, personally, it will take me some time to get over this setback. I have been involved in a professional football as either a player or a manager since I was 16. Now I plan to take some time with my family as I prepare for the next opportunity in my journey as a manager. The fact remains, you can be a great player, but you might not be a great manager. You can be a great player, but you might not be a great manager. We've seen it, Gerrard. We've seen it, Frank Lampard, our own Lampard. Even Lampard is better than Wayne Rooney in this situation. Lampard is better. Lampard will never take a club from 6th position to 20th position, my dear friend. All right, quickly, before I let you go, and I'll be back with more. Today is another beautiful day. Yes, Dortmund will pay 3 million euros. 3 million euros as a salary plus the loan fee for Jadon Sancho. Dortmund are to pay 3 million euro salary plus the loan fee for Jadon Sancho. Negotiations ongoing right now. So Sancho preferred to go back to Dortmund. He preferred, because that is where he came from. He preferred to go back there to pick up his form again from Dortmund. So they are to be paying 3 million euros as his salary, and the loan fee that Manchester United are going to be placing on him. So he's not going for an outright sale. He's going for a loan as an initial agreement loan. Yeah. On that note, dear friend, I'll be back with more. But like I told you, Conor Gallagher has an advantage over Chelsea owners, has an advantage over whoever that is making those decisions because he still has his 18 years that is running down now, and he has a coach backing him up, as well as he is a true blue. The fans are behind him as well. He ain't going anywhere. Gallagher ain't going anywhere, right? Okay. So I'll see you in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace, man.